Hey guys, welcome back, and this is Dan Frio of the Mortgage Update. And today I want to go over a new website I just created, and there's a reason for it. And at the end, I'm going to show you some little bonus material on things that I really think will help you. A lot of this, I try to do this, so it's basically DIY, do it yourself. And so why I put this together, let me tell you a little bit about myself. And if you watched some of my videos, thank you so much. I hope you find a lot of information in these videos. If you do, please click below and subscribe. Also click the little bell there, so every time I do post a video, it alerts you. And this is basically geared to, most of my videos is I'm a mortgage broker in Chicago, and I have been for 30 years. And a lot of my clients, probably one of the biggest reasons, there's two big reasons why that causes people from buying homes. And one is the down payment money. The second is their credit. So a lot of people, one, don't know their credit scores. Two, they have a credit score from a system that might not necessarily be their true credit score. And then from there, where do you go? Where do you get help? Did you know 1 out of 5 people, their information is inaccurate? So if it's inaccurate, if there's a couple accounts on there that are driving down your credit scores, 1, you may not get approved. 2, if you get approved, you might need a higher down payment. 3, you might get a higher interest rate. All those are bad. So basically, I had a video prior to, and I'll put that in the link below, that walks you through kind of the process on, how we can possibly increase your credit scores. And some of these, there's some little tricks that I have in some of these areas that can increase your credit scores from 80 to 100 points in 30 days. So, but let's get on to this, the creation of this website. I just launched it. And I'm still making some tweaks to it. So if you have any comments which you think would be nice to add to this system, please reply down below. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. And then I can hopefully tweak around that system. So here, let me walk you through kind of what I would suggest you do to make sure that you know your credit scores. Make sure you're monitoring your credit and credit scores. Make sure there's no erroneous information on that. And then just the Equifax breach alone, there was 143 million American or U.S. consumers affected. You might not be affected yet, but most likely you're going to be. These people aren't dumb. They're going to use that data and they're going to start trickling in, using people's information. You don't rob a bank and then go out and spend that money the next day. You put it aside from movies. You put it aside and you start using that money, periodically here and there, and then you wait a couple years and take it from there. You don't just go out and buy a Ferrari and $1 million home and things like that, and you're not working. So let's get to it. So what the system is created to do, here's the homepage. So you're going to get your free credit scores. Now, when I'm going through this, there's two main companies that do a really good job at this. They're Credit Sesame and Credit Karma. And I have a little tweak here, or a little drop down here, to give you a video to show you both those systems. And, so mostly everybody knows, when I'm talking to a consumer, everybody knows about Credit Karma. Nobody really knows about Credit Sesame. It's almost identical to Credit Karma. It is free, and it gives you some little nice little features to it. One huge feature is you get a $50,000 identity theft policy for free. So Credit Karma doesn't offer that. And when I go through here, I'll give you I'll give you a surprise at the end. So we won't get to that just yet. So credit monitoring, we're going to go through a system of that. Credit repairs, again, 1 out of 5 consumers, their credit information is inaccurate. And credit counseling. If you just have bad credit, you're younger, that's a big thing that I get most of the time. I was young and dumb and, so forth. And I used all my credit. I didn't pay people back and things like that. There might be, it's probably beyond the DIY. I'm sorry. Do it yourself. DIY. So you might need some counseling in that. I have many clients right now using certain systems, and their response to me is I'm promoting companies that I know work, and I know they're not taking advantage of clients. I follow up a lot of my clients to make sure this is happening. One of them, one is, I think it was like $90 a month, but my customer said, Dan, it's going to take me 3 to 4 months to fix this. Okay, that's $300 to $400. In the long run, you should be saving thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's the point behind all this. So he was like, a $300 or $400 trade-off to save, my credit, my approvals, interest, and everything in the future is well worth the money spent. And then there's more to it. So the first step, I made it kind of simple, or as simple as I can. The first step, we want to use some free features, and this will link you to most likely. Like I said, you probably have Credit Karma. If you don't, it's a great system. This one is going to link you to Credit Sesame. So the first step is getting your free credit scores. So the good and bad about this system: one, it'll give you an advantage score. So it's a score represented through TransUnion, kind of. But it's not a real credit score that lenders use. So it's basically an educational tool to help, guide you through some of these processes. It will scan your credit. It'll give you options on with your credit scenario, what's your best options for credit cards, car loans, mortgages, and insurance. So that it's a great feature with that. I actually used it for 1 or 2 of those services. Okay, so that's the free system. I would highly suggest you go through step 1. Now we move to step 2. This is going to be a credit score that lenders actually use. So you're going to get a credit report, and there is a charge. You can pull 1 or all 3 of your reports. Doesn't matter. At least it gives you a starting point. What is your real credit scores? So what's going to happen with this, let's say you pick just TransUnion. TransUnion has 2 different scoring models or algorithms. And then out of each one of those categories, there's 4 other categories. So let's go with the Model 1. We're going to go Model A and B. Model A has a credit score for car loans, auto loans, mortgages, and insurance. Category B, same thing. So basically, TransUnion is going to give you, or theoretically give you, 8 different scores. So what you're going to do is analyze that and say, okay, my TransUnion, and then in another video that I have, please check it out. It'll give you the scoring system or scoring model that you would use for, in essence, a mortgage. So you'll go to score TransUnion Series 8 mortgage scores. So this might be a little confusing, but it'll break down on the credit report. It'll say, here is your mortgage score. Here is your credit card score. Here is your auto score. Here's your insurance score. So it'll break it all down for you, making it very simple. And now you know the facts, what your credit looks like to lenders. That is the actual credit report that we are going to get as a lender. So now we go to step 3. Depending on how 1 and 2 went, number 2, you might go through step 2. Your credit is perfect. You have nothing to worry about. Okay? So you don't really need to do anything else. But let's say we get to that, and now you're one of those 5 consumers that has some errors on your credit report. There's some old collections that you paid but still show up. And there's other things on there that's just clouding your credit scores and thus bringing down your credit scores. In essence, then from there, you're going to get higher rates. Again, going back to the thing, you might not get approved. You might get higher rates and so forth. So on that, you'll have options in here. We'll give you a spot to go to get a company. Unless you have hours and hours each day to work on this, you're going to get a company to help you, kind of like the last client, one of the clients I just recently spoke to. He said it's going to cost me $300 to $400, but all this stuff's getting cleaned up. So hopefully you get to that point. Now you get to a point where you're stuck and you need legal advice. So this step actually sends you through. It'll link you to Lexington Law, and when you go to this site, that's an awesome company to help you with all the legal things that you need help with, and they know the law, so they're on your side. I talked to a couple collection companies in the past, and they always tell me, the consumers that don't get representation, they don't know what we can and can't do, what we can and can't say, what we can and can't, pursue them with. If you have an attorney, it kind of freaks them out. They know now that they're not, messing with somebody who doesn't really know what's going on. So they're more, they're more responsive to settlements, deleting it from your credit, things like that. So some of the systems that we use, one is Credit Sesame, like I said, right over through here. One is MyFICO. This is a phenomenal company, and I'm going to get to that down here in a second. And Lexington Law. Those are the three biggest primary companies that can help you with your credit. So when I go through here, it tells you a little bit about, Credit Sesame. You can link it through here directly, or you can go through here, kind of seeing which each step's going to do for you. Or I'm going to have drop-down boxes here giving you videos and other things to kind of watch and get a little more in detail too. But if there's only one thing that you want to do, you want to go to a place that you can get your actual credit scores, you can get assistance, advice, you can get counseling, you can get legal help, you can get the whole ball of wax in one area, then I'd highly suggest you click right here. You can get monthly updates. You can get your credit pulled every month if you want. If you set up a monthly system, they have repair pieces of these models. This company is phenomenal. Again, it's not free, but this company will give you your true credit scores. They'll give you monitoring, theft protection, because now you can watch like I use all these systems basically that I'm going over with you, except Lexington Law. But I get alerts, like I applied for one of my children's student loans, and I got alerts from these companies saying your credit was just pulled, which is awesome. And it was a kind of a check on that too, because I got it back saying, your credit's been pulled. If you haven't done that, please notify us and things like that. So the identity theft or credit theft is huge. You get it here. You get your credit scores here. You get credit monitoring here. You get credit repair if you need it here. Everything is lumped into one package here. But again, I would highly suggest starting here with the free section. And if your credit is absolutely perfect, you might not need any of these. But again, some of these areas that you might want is, the credit monitoring or credit theft. So we'll go through there. Please join my monthly newsletter, and I'll be sending out those monthly. Blogs will be posted here. Like I said, I just launched this system. There'll be a blog up within the next few days. Here's some of the links to tell you a little bit about me, more about me. What I do. Again, I'm a mortgage broker in Chicagoland area. And if you need any help there, I'd love to help. This will launch you to my YouTube channels, my business website, and things like that. So I hope you find this useful. And again, please, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Please comment below. Don't forget to, please subscribe to the system or the YouTube channel, because the more subscribers I get, the more help I can help people with. But let's go through here. The Credit Sesame, it'll go through here. Credit Sesame versus Credit Karma. This is kind of what I was getting at. I'm going to tell you who the winner is here, who I would choose to use as a free system. So you're going to go down through here. Credit Sesame tells you everything about them. Credit Karma, there's links to go directly to them, which is awesome that you can get there. Who's the real winner in this? You are. Why? It's a free system. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't hard pull your credit, so you're not getting your credit score dinged or your credit scores decreased because you're pulling your credit. You're getting credit score simulators. You're getting identity theft protection. You have financial calculators, credit card suggestions, mortgage suggestions, everything you can possibly get. So the one thing I could highly say, if you're looking for anything, please do the free system. If you need additional help, go to step 2. Sign up for MyFICO. You'll love it. Promise me. Or I promise you. So again, thank you so much for watching. I'll have some of my additional information at the end here. So if you'd like to contact me, please feel free to call me or email me. I'd love to help. Otherwise, thank you so much. God bless. Have a great day.